Hey everybody, welcome back to The Prisoner. This episode is titled It's Your Funeral, which makes me think that they're going to pretend that he's dead and I don't know. It's one of those titles though, isn't it? That makes you a bit uneasy. Last time we had Hammer into Anvil. An episode where the number 2 was a guy we'd seen before, and I didn't realize. He was one of the, in Many Happy Returns, when number 6 gets back to London, he's one of those 2 guys he goes to see. His 2 work friends. He's one of those 2. So, there you go. Hiding in plain sight too, eh? You should have recognized him. But then again, that episode also had... The number 2 in that episode was also in a previous episode to that. She was, the number 2, the one who was living in his house and brought him a cake. She was in a dream sequence in A, B, and C. So the 2s are sprinkled in there. Look out for more. Anyway, it's your funeral. Is it 6's funeral? Will we have a band marching down by the beach to give him a fond farewell? Last time was a satisfying episode where 6 just ran the whole thing. And the 2 got what was coming to him. He was dismantled. Let's get to it. It does look like a nice place. At least he fell somewhere gentle. Didn't just collapse on the floor.
Where am I? In the village. What do you want? Information. We want information. Information!
Let's have a look at you.
You won't get it. By hook or by crook, we will.
Oh, no. We had two different voices this time. Did you see that? They swapped it. They had an intro 2 and then the standard 2 that they use when they don't have footage. Anyway. Hello? That's 6's place. She seems nervous. Just gonna walk in.
At last.
He's back. What do you mean at last? I'm looking for the butler to come back to. This guy never sleeps. Not for long.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm a number. Just like you, doesn't matter which.
What is your number?
How'd you get in?
The door was open.
Always is. To them, isn't it?
You should put something to block it.
I'm not one of them.
No. What do you want?
Help.
Go to the town hall. Go back. Tell them I was not interested.
He
that I
doesn't
wouldn't
trust her.
even listen. I won't go for it. Whatever it is.
He's out. He's not interested this episode.
Now we'll see how accurately they've timed it.
Timed what? Oh,
She was given a drug yesterday. She doesn't know anything about it, of course. Yesterday, the drug remains dormant until triggered by the nervous system, and then it releases itself.
that was very precise.
Anticipation of number 6 throwing her out, which he was about to do.
Oh, okay.
She's become a lady in distress, and he's going to be all good deeds and sympathy. And
Yeah, maybe.
I don't recall my procedure and gently authorizing the door being left open.
It was an afterthought.
Doesn't she know how to knock on a door, then?
He doesn't always answer.
Hey, this number 2, what's with the Billy Idol haircut? What's with that? He's all cool. He's like a cool guy now. What's with that? Look at this guy in the background. You don't get to stare at us. Anyway, she doesn't know anything about it. She's got some sort of procedure. So seems like she might be legit. But also part of their plan.
Seemed like a good idea.
It wasn't, because now he is going to assume that we sent her.
Yeah.
Now, this plan is too important for just little slapdash improvisations, you know.
Yes, number 2.
Our hat stayed on.
Exactly the time the chemist anticipated.
Sorry. Exhaustion.
No. Drugs.
Drug induced, yeah, they're always spiking something.
I don't take drugs.
Forced feeding, then.
I'll find help somewhere else.
They told you to find it here, didn't they?
Leave what you like. It doesn't matter anymore. No, it does matter. Assassination.
Well, you're trying to organize or
Assassination.
prevent one?
Prevent. They would have to take reprisals. Everybody would suffer.
Who's gonna kill who?
They are aware, and they don't need anyone's help.
They
Yeah.
don't believe me.
No comment.
No comment.
You don't understand. My name, my number on a list. Jamming.
Jamming.
Jamming?
You'll learn about jamming one of these days. It's the most important ways of fighting back.
Enlighten me now.
No, I tell lies, remember?
I wanna know about jamming.
Call in any time you like.
Nah, she'll be back maybe.
If only I had just a little bit more time.
We're running late as it is.
I know that.
He just got here.
Number 2 here. As you know, she took a long time making up her mind to see him. Number 6 flatly refused to have anything to do with her, and that caused another delay.
Yeah. We saw that.
Well, I realize that's the reason why we selected number 6, a matter of credibility without which the plan might backfire. Indeed, I will, sir.
What's going on?
As you say, I must find a way to make him interested. I want today's activity prognosis on number 6.
Stand by for priority.
How's the general doing
Today's
today?
activities prognosis on number 6.
Subject exercises daily with a walk round the village.
He loves
Daily
walking.
subject climbs the bell tower. Reason unknown. Certainly watching, waiting.
Yeah.
Is possible that subject likes the view.
He loves the view from up there. He's always going up there.
Physical workout
Whoa.
with subject's homemade apparatus.
Stunto man. It doesn't look anything like him. I love it. He's doing this part though.
8:15 a.m.
What?
The subject cooling off. 9 o'clock a.m. Coffee at cafe.
AM. He's doing all this before he does all this before I even wake up. Holy moly! This man is a machine.
And buys newspaper.
Yeah, the tally-ho.
Subject will proceed on foot to old people's home for a game of chess ending with an 11-move checkmate win.
Nice.
Subject humors other eccentric resident by sitting for portrait.
We're doing a comprehensive watch along of him today. Okay. The acting number 2.
My division will be operational exactly on time. You can work
Hey,
with your
he's
report.
back.
You still confident of your cover?
They still think of me as just another prisoner.
Getting along with your subject all right?
There'll be no trouble from him.
Okay. Who's this guy?
What they do, these jammers, is talk.
Oh,
They
jammers.
talk about the plots they've been hatching. Well, escapes mostly, but plans and developments for all kinds of mischief. They do it to confuse the observers. The plots they talk about are always make-believe, non-existent. A control can't know that. Used to run themselves ragged investigating the schemes of jammers.
Used to?
Well, they don't bother much anymore. Now they keep a list of all known jammers.
No, they don't believe them anymore.
Control picks up from these, they just let ride.
Oh,
see.
but we could. Hey, but then we could just legitimately, if we know that, that's a good idea, you know? Make up a load of nonsense escape plans. They investigate the first 7, and then they're just like, just ignore that one. They're always making up nonsense schemes. And then you just do your real plan. Painter Man. Painter Man!
What do you think?
Perfect likeness.
He does have squares and circles in his head.
I brought you the activities prognosis you ordered.
What is the percentage of right and wrong?
I'm afraid we don't know that.
Go ahead and read it out to me, please.
It is now 10:19 exactly. At approximately 10:20, you will go to the kiosk.
Nice little button hit there.
There you will buy a copy of the newspaper, bar of soap,
No.
and a bag of sweets.
Oh, no. He never eats candy. It doesn't work.
It'll only take a moment to find out.
Yeah, keep watching.
But I must have them.
Your week's credit allowance is all used up.
She's all out.
But I can't go through an entire day without my sweet.
No, he'll buy some for her.
Pack of candy for the lady.
My apologies. How did you know?
Efficient prognosis programming must include a quantum permutation of all cause and effects of supplementary elements.
Oh, quantum permutation.
Computer calculated the old woman's behavior would change the behavior pattern of number 6.
We could take over the world with this technology.
Between 11:40 and 11:50, he will arrive at the gymnasium for his semi-weekly kosher practice.
That's it. I don't want to know any more. I've found what I want, thank you.
I want to know. What happens at the end of the episode? Tell us.
You know what I have in mind.
I don't. Oh, it's this place again. Yeah. Oh, it's the music. It's back. Yeah. It's this place. Yeah. Oh. I think we made it. Maybe should have had this episode before the last one. You know, to establish this word. The fact that he's practicing it, you know? Yeah. Who came up with this idea? And it's gotta be good exercise for the legs, though. Doesn't it? Oh, nice move, dude. What are we doing here? You mean we're just watching them for like 3 minutes before doing the swapperoo on his watch? Oh, into the water! You lose. You lose. I guess the goal is to get the opponent into the water. See, if we'd seen this before the last episode, we'd know the rules. Gotta get that fixed. Oh, the clock job. We should have gotten our cuckoo clock in this one. He went to the store to buy a cuckoo clock, right? There's just the general store. But there's an actual clock shop where he's coming to get his watch fixed. Oh my god. That's priceless. Yeah. Well, we couldn't have had this episode before that one then. Because we'd be like, why didn't you just come to this place? Well, that sorts that out. What are we doing here? Gonna hypnotize him?
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Stopped. Just be a moment.
Oh, nice. Look at this. Look at that. Remote control. Good as new.
It's all right now.
Intriguing. What's it for?
It's nothing. It's just a toy.
Part of his escape plot. He could be a jammer.
Well, was it all right?
Perfectly, friend, exactly.
Why is it necessary to expose our method?
All be explained to you in time.
What can we gain by letting him know what we're up to?
We add to their confusion. You see, they don't believe anything we say or do, or intend to do.
Right.
That's why we're able to carry out our plan.
I'll see how it plays out. Oh, she's back. I knew she'd be back.
I never mentioned the watchmaker to you. What put you onto him?
My watch.
Is that the only reason you called on my father?
Oh,
Father.
Father.
Oh, that explains why you're so concerned, doesn't it? I don't believe that a device to detonate explosives by radio is a toy.
Mm-hmm.
And neither does your father.
I suppose it may work.
It is working.
And you think number 6 has fallen for it?
No.
Halfway there.
But he will.
And after it's all over, you will be showered with official congratulations.
Well, after he's been here to warn me that an assassination is being plotted, and that I am the intended victim.
Oh. But what if it's successful? He's unconcerned anyway.
The victim?
Number 2.
Go on.
That's it. I don't know anything else. Not when they intend doing it, nor how, nor where.
Explosives, apparently.
Come on. Let's go and see your father.
Do you think you can make him listen to reason?
Maybe, if he's still able to.
You are certain of your subject's indoctrination?
I've never had a failure yet, and I won't have one with the watchmaker.
Hey, can two trust this man here, right here? I don't understand this plan. I don't understand the story. I won't understand it till the end. It's all about these plots and these people who have plots, right? These jammers. But also actual plots, assassination plots. To kill two, which two is aware of or has initiated. But what if it's a double bluff? What if, say, this man here really intends to kill two, and he's just going along with two in this kind of double ruse to convince Six to come and warn him about it? I don't know. You see, if Six warns two that he's going to be assassinated, then Six has, in some ways, softened to two and to their side of things by warning him. But she doesn't want the assassination to go ahead either, because it'll be bad for everyone. You know, what's the point of it? What's the point of killing this two? They'll just send another two, and then they'll, you know, it'll cause more pain for us. So, what I'll say is that at this point in the episode, it's a complicated one to kind of wrap your brain around, to know what's exactly. Like last time, we knew everything. You know, we knew exactly what was going on. But right now, I don't know who wants what, in what order, for what reason. I don't know who I can trust. I don't know who's jamming who. I'm being jammed, that's for sure.
We'll soon see.
Hello, Father.
Huh? Monique?
I believe you've already met this gentleman.
Yes, a short while ago.
Father, we've come to talk to you.
I can guess what about.
Oh, Father, you must give it up. I beg you.
Sick of your begging and whining, you hear? No more of it! No more! What I'm doing is for a principle. We are in this prison for life, all of us. I'll protest in a manner they cannot ignore.
Explosively.
The entire village will be punished.
Yeah.
Maybe it is what they need to wake them up, to make them angry enough to fight.
Assuming they survive the punishment.
You'll never understand.
It's you who doesn't understand.
I kind of get where he's coming from. Nothing but mindless Waldos here. We gotta shake them up out of their complacency. They're just all waiting to die
My
here.
apologies, well done.
Since he cannot reason with the watchmaker, he must come here to warn you.
No.
Camera 1, are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Stay alert. Camera 2.
No, we got all the cameras ready. Since it must be in the watch. I was like, since when do we have a tracker on him? Oh, be seeing you. Anything you want to tell this number 2?
My dear fellow, do come in.
I'm here to deliver a warning.
No,
A warning?
as expected.
What about?
A plot to kill you.
To what?
Assassinate you.
Huh?
They should have told you there are some unhappy people here.
Yes, well, I have seen the list of malcontents. It might interest you to
It's
know
a big list.
that you happen to be top of the bill.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
Yeah, what, by saving my despicable life?
If they succeed in killing you, what action would your people take?
They would punish those responsible. What else would you
And
expect them
everyone
to do?
else.
Punish everyone. A mass reprisal and never to be forgotten.
Yeah. Well, I still don't believe it. Oh, don't tell me it's the little watchmaker that concerns you.
Yeah.
So they chose you to lead us into believing their fantasies, eh? How did they sell you the idea, number 6? They showed you the gun.
It's very convincing.
Sure, they're going to blow you up.
And did they tell you how they're going to go about it, or
No.
where, when? The laugh will do me an awful lot of good.
You may find out yourself. Quite suddenly.
Be careful when you're sitting on any cushions, dude.
Vision, did you get that?
Camera 1, perfect, sir.
So what?
Audio.
So what?
Loud and clear, sir.
I don't know.
What did he say?
He thinks I'm being used as a communications medium.
Going on with it?
I haven't much choice.
Good afternoon. Nights of exciting news.
She's back.
Officially proclaimed Thursday as Appreciation Day. The day when we pay due honor to those brave and governor so wisely.
Oh yeah, like number 2.
Proceedings will be opened with an address by number 2 himself.
That's when we'll do it.
By the unveiling of our new appreciation monument. Thrills and excitement.
Maybe more excitement than planned.
Explosive excitement at the new... Did they say new monument? Statue of number 2. Are we in here to see the weapon? Is it a bomb?
It's the Great Seal of Office, always worn by number 2 at ceremonies.
Oh, there it is.
It looks as though your father is making a replica.
Why?
Why do you think? Well, he's got more information. Information. What's with this footage? Who are the... They replaced him.
I've been expecting you.
Want to see number 2?
I am number 2. You've come to tell me there's a plot against my life. You know, my colleague is very concerned about these imminent death by violence projects that you've been reporting during my absence.
I've reported one only.
Not so. Every interim number 2 who has served here while I've been on leave has been cautioned by you.
Well, you've
about
been...
some improbable conspiracy to murder him. Really? You obviously don't believe me. Shall I show you proof?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Well, he's got the button
My successor.
presser.
Should I say my heir presumptive?
My dear fellow, do come in.
I'm here to deliver a warning.
A warning?
Plot to kill you.
So?
I continue?
Go ahead.
No.
They're going to what?
Who are you?
Kill you.
That's no... This is just... This
What did you say?
splice stuff together.
So you're convinced?
I'm convinced that those excerpts are fakes.
You mean they've been doctored?
Obviously.
For what purpose?
Perhaps it's you they want to convince.
Me? Tomorrow I hand over to my successor. I retire.
Perhaps they're trying to save a pension.
Hey. What am I having a fit about? Who? That number 2 sounds... was talking like he's the real number 2. Everyone else is just filling in for him while he was on leave. I'd never seen you before in my life, dude. You just arrived. You gotta go out as quickly as you came. That's what they were filming that footage for? So they could get in a bunch of people. Hey, look, you sit there, you turn around like you're number 2. Don't worry, we'll fit his lines of dialogue seamlessly. We'll make it look all legit. Well, now I don't know if they're... Is that new 2? The real 2? Is he in on it too? Or is he... Well, now I'm even more confused. But, as I've been saying all along, let's watch it out. And we'll have all the information at the end to talk about it. Information. Won't we? Hey, no wonder they switched voices during the intro. You know? It's going to be one of those episodes. It was our little hint that it was going to be one of those episodes. I'm going to swap 2s in between.
What was the reason for it?
To discredit me.
Why?
I was the only one he might have believed.
That's the man, my father's fellow conspirator.
Yeah, he's seen him before.
Seen him before, coming out of number 2's house.
What would he have been doing there?
Planning an assassination.
With number 2?
With his stand-in, perhaps.
Nope. What do you think?
Send someone to the Bureau of Visual Records. There's a tape I want to review.
He wants to see if it's spliced or not.
Subject, warning of an assassination plot.
It would be a waste of time. There is no recording of that description.
How strange. Though you have no duty functions in the Bureau of Visual Records, you can state instantly and with total assurance that the records I require are non-existent. Please explain.
No, number 2, I'm not able to.
Get fired, dude.
I understand.
I wouldn't go to that ceremony. That's for sure. I don't wear any medallions. Time for an early retirement, I think.
Absolutely, sir. Just as it's been planned. It's going like...
Clockwork?
Clockwork. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Number 6 is no problem. You do have my word.
So if they're going to do away with the man, file the rigmarole. Why don't just go ahead and do it?
What will the rank and file think? They're due for retirement themselves one day.
They brainwashed my father into doing their dirty work. Please. We must prevent this thing.
I've already told you, I don't want to see anyone.
What about 6?
I have to say, won't wait.
I know what it is. Well, I never thought it would happen to me.
It never does. But it can be prevented.
What do we do about it?
Preventing is only postponing. You never understood us, Number 6. We never fail. Anyway, why should you care what happens to me?
I don't. But innocent people will be blamed. The ceremony can take place without the seal.
The seal
Yeah.
is the ceremony.
No, it isn't.
It's hollowed out, it's packed with explosives.
Beep.
I can think of better ways to die.
I can think of worse.
Plan Division Q all set. But the people are already gathering it. It'll be very, very spectacular. No, nothing can go wrong now. I'll stake my future on it.
No. Yeah.
This is the moment, ladies and
No.
gentlemen, when we can all show our appreciation of our respected Number 2.
The transfer of power.
And to show our gratitude to the man who has ruled us so wisely, we also extend our warm welcome to his successor, our new Number 2. Let us salute our leader. Fellow citizens, no, dear friends, well, that's what you are.
Never seen you before, dude.
We are gathered here on this happy occasion
Big hats.
to pay homage to our glorious leaders. Let us pay tribute to the great achievements of our retired Number 2.
Come in, please.
Nice tech.
I can hear you, over.
Where's 6 right now?
Is everything all right?
Stop worrying.
We say thank you, Number 2, for the plans you have made for us.
Oh, he's holding it.
Where's your father?
He didn't come home last night.
The transmitter he's using has a very wide range. It could be anywhere.
Could be in the clock tower. Up there. Faster, 6. It's almost time. Do you want to get out of the blast range, everybody? Quick.
Keep away!
We're running out of time. Find out what's wrong and be quick about it.
Yes. You must forgive an old man for talking so long, but this is a moment of great emotion for me.
Is he all right?
Yes.
Be careful with that, 6. That guy's coming up here.
Let me have that.
Out of my way.
Give him the old one too. Ow.
Farewell, my friends.
Farewell, everybody. I'd like to give this to my successor. I wouldn't accept. Why would he accept it? Yeah. He's gonna blow up his buddy.
And so it is with great pride that I dedicate this magnificent monument which represents our appreciation of this great community.
Done. Yeah. Oh, he's holding it.
What for?
It's your passport. The helicopter's waiting.
They'll find me, wherever I am.
As long as it's not here.
Yeah, deal. Good deal.
Yes, and so the great day is nearly over. It went off rather well, I thought. And now you can look forward to your own retirement. I'm sure they'll arrange something equally suitable for you.
They will.
When the day comes.
There, he got to that chopper quick, didn't he?
You see, no? Won't I? Look, they probably killed him a day later. They found him somewhere else. But that's not the village's fault or problem. This was a complicated one, in a way. The machinations of it, you know? The different people in the different parts that were playing. See you later, Bubble. You think the Bubble will escape eventually? This is an interesting one. The clockmaker. Let's start with him. He is a jammer, someone who's deliberately made up plans to escape or to cause mischief or havoc, but they were all fake. But like I said in one of the earlier poses, that's the perfect cover for actually doing something. You know, do stuff long enough for them to start ignoring you, and then hatch your real plan. And his real plan was either by his own, he either came up with it himself, or it was he was kind of prodded, nudged into it, or guided to it, to assassinate two. Because nobody does anything in this village, and he's sick of it. He's sick of everybody just laying here waiting to die and doing nothing. He's gonna change it. He's gonna shake it up. And sure, look, the village might be punished, but it might wake them all up. They might, revolt. Something might actually happen, and he's gonna be the thing that makes it happen. So what I like about his character is that he feels justified in what he's doing. It's not a mindless plan. He has a reason for it. He accepts the risk of it. He accepts that it might go horribly, but he feels like, what other choice do we have? We may as well try this. And you can disagree with him. You can say this is an awful plan and it's just going to end up hurting us more than anything. But you can respect that he thinks that it's a good plan and that he hasn't been brainwashed into it. So I like the believability of his character. Now, the two Swapper-Rooney situation is confusing as an audience member, but we have to accept that in this world, although we know, although we've seen that twos change every week, most of the time, that in some stories, the twos are supposed to have been there for a lot longer. And in this particular story, we can imagine that this two that's retiring has actually been there since Six arrived. This 1-2. There have been no other twos except that 1-2 who's retiring, and this guy who's taking over from him, who was filling in for him while he was on leave. So there are only two twos, the young and the old, and there was going to be an exchange of power between them in this episode. And canonically, for this episode, that encompasses the entirety of Six's stay. That's what I believe we're supposed to kind of feel about this episode. Because if we think, well, they change twos every 7 days, What do you mean you're retiring? Why should I care about your retirement? You just got here. We're not supposed to think that. But as an audience watching it, it is a little confusing. Because one, we have to change our mindset to feel all of that. But also we don't know what we can trust and what we can't. We don't know who's jamming who, Is two jamming the audience? Is the clockmaker jamming two? Which two? Is two jamming two? Is two secretly planning to assassinate the other two? Which two is planning is going to be assassinated? So it takes a while for the episode to put the pieces in place so that we understand what's going on. And it isn't until the end, until the final act, where we can be sure of what's going on, that this new two is part of this mission to assassinate the retiring two, under orders from one, under orders from the whole governing body of the place is like, yeah, two's retiring, but we're just going to kill him. We're not going to let him leave. And it's not about a retirement fund. I don't think it's a monetary thing. I think he's just too big of a risk to just let loose on the world You know, nobody really leaves this place or retires unless they're still working for us. And maybe they believed that they couldn't trust that he wouldn't give something away to the outside world. So they just wanted him silenced. And what better way to silence him than have one of the plots from the village be successful? So that they're not to blame. It's the village. As much as anybody believes, it's the village that killed him. And that's the story that would go out. So that all future people in positions of power wouldn't feel like, oh no, you know, one is just going to have me killed. Although this new two has to think that. Since he's the part of killing the old two, he has to, why is he doing that? Because he knows that his time will come. If they're doing this with this guy, they'll do it with you too. What makes you think they won't? The arrogance of youth, right? I don't know. But that's the whole idea of the episode anyway. And it took a while for that to fall into place. I liked the girl. She seemed believable. She seemed nice. She was concerned about her father and the village too. She came to 6 because I don't know why she came to 6. Maybe she felt like she could trust him. I don't know if she was guided that way. I know she was drugged. There was a weird part at the start of the episode where they drug her so that she will collapse when he tries to kick her out. There's some sort of very specific drug that will have a certain effect when she's feeling, I don't know, abandoned or cast out. It's very conveniently written that way. You know? And the controller guy, he was chastised for leaving 6's door open. But, you know, I agree with the chastisement. Because if she can just walk in, then 6 will automatically assume that she was sent. If she knocks, it's much better. You know? So don't go doing things on your own, mister. Good to see him back. Good to see the butler back. But as I said, maybe this episode and the next episode could be swapped. You know? Although I did prefer the trampoline water game that where the rules were firmly established in this one. But then, as we said, the clock store completely it's completely confounding why he would go to the general store to get a cuckoo clock. Hey, look, maybe he went to this clock store and they didn't have any. Cuckoo clocks? What kind of establishment do you think I run here? Oh, I guess if they had aired these episodes in opposite order, back to back, we could say that the clockmaker, the time man, was killed after this episode, and his whole store shut down. Interesting that the two in the previous episode thought that there was a bomb inside the clock. Yep. All these things tie into each other in some way, in some direction of time. And the splicing of footage to convince the older two that 6 was just a jammer, that he always comes to the 2s and warns them of assassination. How many people filled in for you while you were on leave? At least 3. I thought it was an interesting idea. I didn't understand why we were setting up all these cameras. I was like, what are we doing with these cameras? We have footage of the entire village whenever we want it anyway. We don't have to specifically say, oh look, set up camera 1, set up camera 2. But it made sense because then when we played back the video, it was all spliced all weird. it all made sense after that. So, I would say a lot of thought was put into this episode. You know, whether or not it all works, you know, whether or not you would say, hey, that's a bit convoluted, that's a bit weird. You know, why don't they just do this? Why don't they just do that? Why don't they shoot him and blame Lee Harvey number 27, you know, in the clock tower? You know, that would be much easier. And get that other guy who was in the episode wearing it was like pink or something, that guy. Get him to be the actual shooter, but then frame the watchman, the clockmaker. And you could establish that maybe instead of establishing earlier in the episode that 6 loved going up into the clock tower because he loved the view, establish that the clockmaker goes up there every day because he likes the view. You know, we've been watching this guy. He always likes to go up to this place because of the view. But then, you know, then you have him in a certain place. You know he's going to be there at that time, and then you do the assassination at that time, and then you can say it was him because you know he's going to be there. You can use your super quantum computer to predict all of these things. And that's what they were doing in the episode. They weren't just noting down what he was doing. They were feeding all that information into the computer, and the computer was extrapolating from all of that what he was going to do every day. You know, they had a premonition that this woman wouldn't be able to afford her sweets, and 6 would be the sort of person who would pay for them. With precision. The whole purpose of that computer prediction, the whole sequence there where we were watching him, we were predicting his every move, was to establish that he would go to play that trampoline water game, to practice that sport, so that we could send the guy in the pink suit in to switch out his watch with one that was broken so that he would go to the clock store. You know, to speed it up. Because he didn't believe the girl, and, you know, originally I guess the plan was that the girl would convince him to go, would tell him about her father, and he would go that way, but we had to speed it along, so we had to, you know, give him a broken watch. So, and we didn't know how to do that, you know, because when would he take off his watch? Well, I don't know. Oh, let's see, we'll track his every move and see if he ever takes off his watch in any situation. And then the computer comes in and predicts. It's well thought out. This episode is well thought out. It's just a little goofy with it. You know? It's a little silly. It makes you think, well, why didn't they just do it a simpler way? I liked it. I liked the episode. I like the explosive. Both of them know where the explosive is. They're both wearing it because it's a symbol of, oh, we can't possibly do this ceremony without this. They're both risking their lives putting it on. And then they're both trying to hurry through each part of their... I think the first guy was trying to stall for time because he thought maybe they'd kill him once he was finished his speech. But the second guy was racing through his part. He's like, yeah. Here's the monument. Didn't look great to me. It looked like nothing. See you later, everybody. Go back to your homes. Bye. And 6 is like, you're keeping that on while that other guy runs to the chopper. That guy's like the Flash or something. Anyway, that was my official... I wouldn't even call it a review of that episode. It was just a fun little recap, I guess. I kind of worked it all out after the episode. You know, it all fit into place. All the amusing parts of it. Very enjoyable to recount that episode. That's for sure. It's your funeral. Yes. It was 2's funeral, but which 2? And when? And where? With what? next time we've got a change of mind. Well, we'll see. We've been trying to change Six's mind. We've got Six caring about the village. Maybe he's always cared about them. We got him caring about this retiring number 2. At least a little bit. You know, you could say that he didn't care about him at all. He was just concerned about what would happen to the village if he got killed. I don't know. Maybe there's a little glimmer of caring there. But will he have a change of mind on this whole situation? Never. No. Not unless he is number 1 in the end. But that's for next time. Thanks for joining me for this time. And what did you think of it? I'll see you next week for the next one. Take care.